Hey everybody, Matt from Slabathor here. Want to make a quick video just showing you how you set up your rails, set up your robot, and then start making beautiful furniture. We'll start with the rails. I'll go ahead and get rid of Slabathor here so we can talk about rails. Today, I've set up the rails on top of two sawhorses. I like using sawhorses because they collapse at the end of the day and they fold out quickly. If you have a more permanent setup or if you have a large table you want to set it up on top of, that also works really well. The rails I've picked out are 2x8s. You can use any type of flat lumber you have for the rails. Just remember that whatever you use is going to be transferred into your table surface, so getting good flat pieces is really important. Spend the extra 3 to 10 minutes at your lumber store's stack of lumber to make sure you get some good flat ones. Those are the rails. It's important to space your rails 40.5 inches apart. You can use anything to space them. I'm using some aluminum extrusion and some clamps. I've also used pieces of wood, trim. I've even just bolted it down to a piece of plywood. The key dimension there is 40.5 inches. Slabathor comes with 2 end stops. When we're setting up our boards, we need to set one up on either end of the travel. This is what tells Slabathor that it's reached the end of the wood and it needs to turn around. There's 4 different Hall effect sensors. One at the back, one at the front, and one at the end, and one at the home position. The back and front are used to let it know when it's hit one end stop and needs to turn back and forth. And the home and end positions are to help make sure the router doesn't crash into either of the legs, as well as let it know when it's done cutting. Slabathor weighs just under 20 pounds, so it's pretty easy to handle. If you set up the rails correctly, it should slide nicely with about a millimeter of play on either side. Great. I'll make another video where I walk through the app control, but right now my phone is what's recording me talk, so I don't have a second phone. A problem to figure out in the future, but for now, let's talk through the button controls. This is truly all you need for a day of building. If you want to advance the router to the left for alignment or to cut into a high spot, hold down the go button and the router starts moving left. If you need to bring it back home, hold down the home button and that'll bring it back home. A single press of the home button will bring Slabathor all the way back to home position and then bring the router all the way to the home. Should have had it closer. If you ever need to stop at any time, you can press the stop button, which stops both motors. With that, thanks for watching.